Hi guys, we're back with another installment of the perfect setup for me. Yes, finally I have a skate tool, and no, it's not a new one. I found my original skate tool. I didn't leave it in Australia after all. For some reason it was in the kitchen behind the fruit bowl. No idea why it was there. But at least I found it, and now I can crack on with this mini series. And the next stage of this series is figuring out which trucks are the best. And for this I'm going to want to do some grinds, some 50/50s, and the perfect place to do it on is a place in Ashton, which you will have seen if you have watched the Ashton Street Mission. I always said I was going to go back there, and this is the perfect time to go back there. So the heavier standard trucks I feel are just better for me. I felt more confident on them. I felt like I was grinding a little bit longer. Not massively, but I felt like I was getting a little bit of a longer grind, and they just felt smoother and just easier to do. Now, was that because they went second and I just gained confidence in my own abilities to be able to do it better? Let's test that out. I'm going to switch back to the lighter trucks and go again on the lighter trucks and see how it goes. So I definitely think the heavier truck is better. I felt more stable. Even after trying the lighter one the second time, I still didn't feel stable and completely able and like thinking, yes, I'm going to get this 50-50 every time. It was a bit sketch. Whereas on the heavier truck, well, the standard truck, it just felt okay. It felt good when I was going up, and it was getting better and better each time I tried. With the lighter truck, it didn't feel any better any time I tried. It was just the same every time. To finish off this video, you might remember that spot from when I did a street skating spot, I cannot speak. You might remember that spot from when I did a little skate mission, like going around Ashton. And after that, I found another ledge. This ledge. I'm sure you remember this beautiful ledge. And I said then, it looks like it's perfect for grinding, but there's this little grate just here, I don't know if you can see it, just in the front. Would that affect you? But at the time, I'd fell and I really hurt my hip and I didn't skate it. And I said I would come back to it. And that was near enough a year ago now, maybe, or just under a year. And I never come back to it. But today, I'm here. The ledge is here. I've been doing 50s already. I've not fell. So let's give this bad boy a go to finish off this video. skatable? Yes, yes it is. And it would probably be even more skatable if I actually used the trucks that I've just recommended for myself to use rather than the other ones. I know I've just gone on this whole video about testing out the right trucks for me, and then I do this and I use the opposite trucks. The reason for that is I'd used the light trucks first, then the heavy trucks, then the light trucks, and I was still on the light trucks and I couldn't be bothered switching the trucks over for a third time, to be honest guys. So I just stuck with the trucks that were on the board. Made it a bit more difficult for myself skating this ledge because I was using the wrong trucks that I was more happy with and more comfortable riding. But I managed to get a little bit of something at least. Now as the ledge itself and the little crate, that was the little grate that was in front, the grate does stop you with the size wheels that I was using. They are worn down. They were a 53 what I had originally, but they have been worn down a bit, so they are probably smaller. Every now and again they would get caught in it and I'd either jerk or I would just stick along the grate. It'd be like a tram just going along that line, not being able to get the right path that I wanted to go along. So bigger wheels if skating this spot would probably be recommended, but it is skatable without the bigger wheels. But the bigger wheels would just make it that much more comfortable. And also would the heavier standard truck, at least in my case. So will I go back and skate there again? Most definitely. I'll be there at some point, probably filming another video at that spot because it's a great spot. And it's not a million miles away from where I live. It's just in the opposite direction from where I normally always go for everything else. No, it's not somewhere I go to very often. But I will be going there and skating it again, as I said. And as for the trucks, which is what this video is all about, as I'm sure you've gathered, I think the heavier trucks are the ones for me. But that is not the full story. I do have different bushings in each of the trucks. And only slightly different. They're both indies, they're both the blues, which is medium to hard. And the difference is the shape. One's a conical shape and one's the I forget the other name of the shape. There's like the cone shape, and then there's like just a solid like cylinder round shape. There's those two shapes, and I've got one in one and one in the other. And I'm wondering if that makes any difference to just being comfortable and solid on the board. So I would like to do one more video in this mini-series focused on them bushings and see if switching the bushings out can make the lighter truck feel better than what they already are. And maybe that's just a simple case of it. The bushings will make me feel comfortable and have a full light setup and everything will be hunky-dory. Maybe it won't, and maybe the standard independent truck is the one for me. And hey, if that's the case, at least it saves me a bit of dosh. They don't cost as much as the titanium ones, so there's one positive side. But yeah, I'm going to do another video. I'm probably going to do a bit of transition on that one, just riding mainly, just to see how comfortable I feel and how we can turn with the different bushings. So I think that's the best way to test the bushings out. And we'll see. And by the end of that video, which will hopefully be next week, we will have my personal ideal setup. And I might do a little review on that afterwards if you guys are interested. And we'll just go from there. But for now, I'll see you guys on Saturday for another amazing Australian skate park. And this one's something else. So make sure to tune in. See you later guys.